Hey guys, in this video, we will discuss CSS property column gap. So, the column gap CSS property sets the size of the gap between elements columns. So, you can say gutter. Gap means gutter between elements column, number of columns. Okay, so we can use two values. One is normal, or you can say default value, which if you are not using column gap, it will take default value as 1 em. Okay, for multi-column layout. The second value possible is length, that is a non-negative value, and third possible value is percentage value. Okay, so we will see with example how we can use this column gap with our flex layout first of all. Okay, so let's go to our HTML, and here we can create a simple HTML. Let's say ID, and we can give flexbox ID, and here we can write down three divs. Okay, we are creating flex layout. Okay, so let's start creating HTML and CSS for that. So flex layout ID, you can use class as well. Okay, so first of all, display flex, because it is flex layout. Height, we can use 120 pixel for example. Okay, and right now you won't be able to see anything because we don't have any content. Okay, so let's use flexbox, and all div inside that flexbox, what we will do, we will add one border, 1 pixel solid red. Okay, background color, let's give lime, and flex value will be auto. Now you can see something. Okay, so now you can see we have three div with flex layout. Okay, so now you can see there is no space. Let me inspect, and you can see there is no space right now. So what we can do, we can give here column gap. Okay, let's give it in pixel, 20 pixel. So you can see now we have 20 pixel column gap between all three columns, right? So this is flex layout, flex box, right? So you can use display flex and column gap with same element. Okay, so this is column gap. Let me increase the value. Okay, or you can give it percentage as well. Okay, so this was a really simple example for flex layout. Okay, now let's see how the grid layout works. Okay, so let me change it to grid. ID is equal to grid, and here let me change grid. So display, instead of flex, we can use grid. Height 120 pixel is fine, and with column gap, what we have to use? We have to use grid dash template columns, and we need to give repeat. Let's repeat three times and one fr. Okay, so this is grid template columns, and we also need to give rows. So grid template rows. So what we can do here, we can give 100 pixel and column gap as it is. Here instead of grid, you can use flexbox. Instead of flexbox, you can use grid ID, and all the divs have column, background color, and we don't need this flex. Okay, so let it get reload. Yeah, it is still flexbox. Yeah, I didn't save it. So now you can see display grid, height 120, column gap is 20 pixel. Right, so this is gray template rows that you can increase as well. Okay, and as I said before, column gap can be in percentage as well, 1%, 2%, or whatever value you want. Okay, so this was grid. The example was grid. Okay, so after grid, let's take another example of multi-column layout. So let's add one paragraph and let's give it some class. You can give content box. Okay, and let me add some demo content. Okay, so this is our simple paragraph. Okay, so let me copy this class name, content box, and with this class we can use column count. First of all, we will divide this paragraph into three columns. Okay, so now as you can see, content box is now with three columns. You can change this value and see the difference. Okay, so three is fine. Let me also add color so we can see our content. Okay, now see we have column count 3. Okay, and with column gap, same value, column gap you can give 30 pixel, and you can see now here the gap is now little bit more, right? So once you increase the value, it will increase the gap between these columns. So in multi-column layout, this is also very useful property when you want to make sure that we have enough space between columns. Okay, so this is very nice example how you can work with column gap CSS property. Okay, so regarding browser support, column gap CSS property supports Chrome, Edge, Firefox, Opera, Safari, and both desktop and mobile versions. Okay, and flex layout support is also fine, and grid layout support is also good. So when you have to work with multiple values like percentage and length value, you need to make sure that if it is working in Safari or I as well. So this is completely depends on your scenario whenever you are working on that. Okay, so this was how column gap CSS property works, and I hope you like this video. Please give me like, click on the like button if you learned something new today, and if you are new to my channel, please feel free to visit my channel. There are more than 200 videos on my channel. There are many videos on CSS with basic examples. There are a number of videos on JavaScript as well, where you can see the tutorials and simple examples, exercises on JavaScript. There are few videos created for React as well, so you can check out. And once you visit the playlist, you can see there is one playlist called how to learn CSS selectors in no time. So there are 57 videos on in that playlist where you can learn all the available CSS selectors. So if you are just starting your web career or you are learning CSS, HTML, and JavaScript, please visit my channel and you will definitely learn something new. Okay, so apart from those playlists, there are a few videos on WordPress as well. So if you are new, you can visit on those videos as well. All right, guys. So thank you so much for your time and see you next time around. Bye.